Like repeatedly, like I don't just like, oh my kid did this, so pow, I'm gonna slap you just after I have repeatedly told you over and over again, yeah. Then I'm a pop you, but I don't want my kids with a belt because why do I have to keep telling you and time out it's not working?
Is that your job though?
Yeah, that's my job as a
So what? So if you had to keep telling them, like, you're gonna take your iPod away.
always work.
See, that would work with mine.
It's not everybody got
I
an
take away
iPod.
privileges and we have no about face because she wants her stuff.
Part of the problem is that, this is a big problem, is that the POW, that she says, comes not because of an escalation of the child's behavior, but because you get more angry. And so you think you can, because it's a power struggle. You think they have to do that. And apparently, you as a parent have not taught that child how to behave in a grocery store.
Not
You must not know.
necessarily. Not necessarily because my
Well, why
kids,
doesn't
my
he
kids
know?
know how to act in public, but sometimes kids just gonna be kids. They just
And
that's
so
just
we're
what they
punishing.
do.
Wait a minute. We're punishing children for being children.
No,
Yes, that's what you just said.
you're punishing them for not doing what they're supposed to do.
But you just said we're punishing them for being children. For playing.
Even though we teach them.
See, I don't think you do teach them. I don't think you do teach them.
Is that this is how you should act in the grocery store. That don't mean that that's always how they're gonna act just because that's how I taught them how to act.
Okay.
Sometimes they may step out of that character of how I taught them how to act in public.
Okay. When you flunk tests, is it my fault?
No, it's my fault.
In some parts. To a degree, it's my fault.
Yeah.
It means I didn't teach you well enough or something, right?
Not necessarily.
No, I know, not necessarily. I don't beat up on myself, but if someone doesn't understand something, I think I need to work harder to explain it to them, right? So I take responsibility for my thing. So, okay. Well, this is always a very interesting cultural
I have a question.
situation. Now you have a statement that you're going to preach.
It's more a
Go on.
question.
Anyways, he's like the talk radio people who call in and say, I have a question. President Obama shouldn't do that,
No,
go on, ask your question.
I have a completely different mindset on a lot of things.
Okay.
I'm one of 8. Okay. My stepdad, it's kind of my stepdad. My mom was married, and she has 6 kids with this other man. She remarried, and which would be my stepdad. But with my actual father, I have me and my sister. Out of the 8 of us, my actual father was, go pick a switch. If it's not a right switch, I'll hit you with my switch. That's how my father was. Okay. Out of the 8, me and my sister are the only ones in college. The other ones are locked up and not doing well.
Okay.
And he was kind of, if you act up, you get whooped. You learn this way. So how does that go off that theory?
I don't know what else he did.
I mean, he told us on his perspective what was right and wrong, and what he thought, what we should do, what we shouldn't do. But for the 6 that he didn't raise, their father taught them, and they're not doing so well.
But maybe their father didn't reinforce stuff like that, like reinforce important things though.
My father reinforced it with the switch.
I know, but there's other
Did he
ways
also
to reinforce
explain
it,
why he was hitting you?
Exactly, he did.
Okay.
I love you.
Well, because a lot of times kids are hit because the parent is angry. And the kid has no idea.
Before he would whip us, he's like,
Why?
you know why you're getting switched.
Okay. Well, my argument would be that it wasn't the switch, it was the explanation.
Just switch like that song.
That-
Will Smith.
This is,
So sometimes an explanation with an action.
Tell the camera you love her.
but all the research shows
She's so full.
that
She loves me so much.
rewards work
She has
better
daydreams about
than
me.
punishment. Now, with any animal, whether you work with rats,
She's just
cats,
in denial.
dogs, or people,
I don't argue that.
chimpanzees, or anything,
It's going on YouTube.
I don't argue
rewards
that.
is
Beautiful
what
face is
works.
gonna be on YouTube.
And consistent consequences.
Tell her she's beautiful. You're beautiful.
Right? And punishing kids for, as you said, being kids, for playing,
Wait, put that ball.
And there's also time to punish them, time not to.
So I'm not saying punish them for being kids, but I'm saying like you, it's a time and a place for everything. If we in the grocery store shopping, it's not time for you to play.
Right.
You know-
It's not time for you to play. I don't need you to play in the grocery
You
store.
know who Cat Williams
It's a time
is?
and place for
Okay.
everything.
You know who Cat Williams is?
No.
He has a comedy tour about this, like, which is actually pretty on topic with this, about like kids are supposed to want Skittles. You can just YouTube that, and it's called Kids Are Supposed to Want Skittles. It talks about just exactly what's on topic here. It's a comedian, but it's kind of on topic.
So you buy Skittles and you give kids Skittles when
Look
they.
it up. Go on YouTube, look up Cat Williams. Kids
Okay,
are supposed to
but
want
the point
Skittles.
is you give them Skittles as a reward?
And they're supposed to want, no, if you're at a grocery store and they're acting like kids, they're supposed to want Skittles, don't, like, if they run off and want Skittles, like, you don't, like, kinda like, punish them for that. Like, kids are supposed to want Skittles.
They go into this grocery store where everything's in bright colors, where the advertising and marketing people in the world are making the whole world look
Would you hate your kids?
delicious and wonderful. And everything's right there, and, I mean, it's,
Like, would you spank
You
your
should
kid?
look that up though. It's called,
There's certain points.
Cat Williams,
That's what I was
Kids Are
asking.
Supposed to Want Skittles.
I'm not asking if you'd
Some
beat the
kids
shit out of
though,
your
like
child.
some people's parents, like
It's
they
an
just,
infant.
they just don't like discipline their kid too. At the same point, like they just let the kid do what they want.
Right. There's a lot of that. A lot of
you
that.
said you shouldn't hold the kid's hand?
You shouldn't have
That's why half the
to.
kids end up in college drinking their
Okay,
brains
then
out.
when do you?
Probably at like 3 and 4.
I hate you,
Not
mom. I
until
hate you,
3 or 4,
dad.
or up to 3?
Up to 3 or 4. I don't even hold my
What
5-year-old.
age
Not
do
not
kids
if we're
learn
in a grocery
That's why people
store.
become
Not in the store, how about in
Some
the
people
parking lot?
become emo.
I'm always-
Yeah, in the parking
not
lot.
good enough as a
Even
child.
up to my
So they have to
7-year-old.
put-
Yeah, I think I held my kids' hands up till like 2nd grade.
Sorry, that was bad.
And I see people,
In the like in the
no, in
parking
the
lot.
parking lot.
What age are kids like most, like, kinda like learning? Not most learning. but
Always.
Always?
Yeah.
I thought there was like a stage in like
I
4
don't know,
stages or
that's all I
something
can
like
There
that.
are, but I mean, the kids are always learning, you know, they're always,
I feel like it's a different thing when you're in a store and the kids out there having fun, but when you tell them to stop, it's different when they're disrespecting you. Then that's when
yeah, what does that mean? I always never understood that. Disrespecting, what does that mean?
you tell them to do something, they don't.
Okay.
Right.
And that's when
Like when they talk
that's
back.
when actions.
That's like you.
Cause I've been in a grocery store before and like without my own kids and someone else has been in the store with their kids and it's hard to shop when you got kids just running around and just
Okay.
up and
I
down.
agree.
Like get your kids.
Okay.
If your professor tells you to study the first night, you wait till the next night. Same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? Same thing. You're 20-some years old. If you tell your kid not to do something he doesn't
What
do
are
the
you
first time,
smirking for?
the professor tells you to study that night, and
What are you
you don't
laughing
do it the
for?
next night.
Well, we have a huge
Gotcha, on
cultural
camera.
difference in our society. And,
She's laughing at other people's words.
I'm not sure that the punishment
Not
is working.
nice.
You know, the punishment.
First strike.
Mainly African American community don't seem to be as successful as the white community, and there might be reasons for that. I'm not sure.
I hate your
I'm
kids
not
enough.
saying it's all.
But look who's the serial killers though.
Were you spanked when you were younger?
Like think about it. Okay, you say
Yeah, a lot more.
Where are you from, by the way?
A lot more young black men are killing young black women in
Michigan?
cities than.
What part?
But you got the people who don't punish their kids. They out here killing everybody, shooting up schools. Right?
You really,
Yeah, you ain't from the cool area. You ain't from the
you
cool
really think
area.
it's culture or just where you're raised at?
Dearborn.
Well,
or
I don't think it's culture because I know Caucasian people
That's where all the
who whoop their
Arabs
kids.
live.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's so awesome
I
over
mean,
there.
you
I
have
love it
more.
over there.
You have more who don't whoop their kids and they believe in the whole reward and time out and no
Where'd you like your
whoopings.
last
But
name stuff from?
I have
Where'd you like
Caucasian
your-
friends
like your
who whoop
background?
their kids, but have no issue with
So it's a
it.
socioeconomic
It's hot.
difference, not a racial difference.
Are you like second
But as
generation,
far as
first
the reward,
generation?
though, I don't
No,
know.
I'm like barely Polish at all.
But it
Really?
works.
It does, but won't that make a kid feel like that every time they do something good that they should be rewarded and that's not okay in my eyes?
As you get older, you grow out of those things.
My mom was adopted.
Right,
So you
right.
go
I
She's
know
never met
You have a
her
job?
parents,
Yeah.
so like
And when they try to hand you a paycheck, you
I
say,
don't know what that side of the family.
I don't believe in being rewarded for what I do.
No, that's different.
Well, that's sad to hear,
That's
but
different.
that's cool
You
though.
say people shouldn't expect to be rewarded for what they do. All this
I'll
stuff
vote
is
no.
only got figured out.
Because that's just like, okay, let's say household chores, for example. If I give you household chores to do, why should
I
I
don't know,
reward
it's going
you
on
for
10
doing
minutes of
household
recording.
chores?
On your point,
Like if you bad on
Seriously, you need to like send that to your
I'm gonna come with like a little hat cam like tomorrow. I'm gonna come in Friday with like a hat cam. Like the most obvious hat to look.
Clean your room today or whatever, but at the same time, it's like,
That's their.
I mean, I guess that would be a reward.
She says
verbally,
you
but-
should know
To clean your room.
to
It
clean
should
your
be
room.
Just like that's like.
You know,
My mom didn't
Cleaning
tell
your
me to clean my
bathroom.
room. That was
Say that
just
it
a
shouldn't
given.
be there.
Take
Why?
the trash
Why?
out. Do it.
Why? How should you know that?
You want to live in filth?
I just, how do you know that?
Because it
That's
should be
common
something that
sense.
your
That's
parents
what
have
I'm
already
saying.
told
That's
you.
what
I think psychology is a joke.
Professor Reed.
I hate this.
I don't know why it's a study.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think it's complete bullshit.
You
I
why do
think
you
it
need
is.
to get the reward to do
But
it?
Your parents teach you to do that.
It's
It's
too
not,
sciencey.
you're not
Mhm.
born.
If you live in a dirty
It's not
area your
innate.
whole life as you grow up, you're not
On
gonna
your- on your point,
I know growing up, my mom didn't give, I mean, we got rewards
You'd be
for
more
certain
comfortable being
things,
dirty.
like
Like,
extra,
you
like she would make an extra chore list.
That might make, can we try one at a time? Can we try to
I'll hold
do
your
one at a
hand.
time?
But my mom didn't. It was like as far as doing household chores, cleaning my room, washing dishes, there was no reward. Oh, you, because this is what you do. This is what you're supposed to do. Why should I reward you?